Eumetra International has recently carried out a syndicated survey, Gen Z, the best is yet to come, on the 5 European major countries. Now that the final report is available, I'd like to ask you some questions about the results. When we think of Gen Z, we immediately think of Greta Thunberg and the paladins of the planet. But is it really like that?
When we look at the values of the Gen Z, we find a very unconcentrated landscape compared to that of the other generation. This generation does not have a single soul, but many different ones mixed together. There are some frequently recurring positive values such as respect for others, ethics, relationships with friends and constant self-improvement. But we also noted that the item respect for nature is only in the 11th place for them. It is surprising that for other generations, respect for nature is in a higher ranking. After the pandemic, these young adults focused much more on themselves, even more than all the other adults. When they think about the relevance of sustainability issues, they prioritize those that affect the individual. Conversely, what pertains to the environment has lost its advantage.
Indeed, the effect of the pandemic on the generation have been significant, and some are yet to be fully understood. Are there other things that we didn't know about them that the survey brought out?
There are many strategic and, above all, operational insights. First of all, we must not forget the physiological growth. Some of them are now 25 years old young adults facing life's choices, and they somewhat begin to resemble adults. But they have also changed a lot, especially because of the pandemic. And the current narrative describing them certainly needs to be rewritten. This slide shows that they do not consider adults guilty of living a polluted world, not with the intensity that we expected. They are not strict with adults, and honestly speaking, they are not strict even with themselves. The only criticism they have accepted are always glued to their smartphone and swayed by influencers on social networks. These two elements show a conscious and very worrying dependence on the web.
So there are many things that are unexpected. Are there some elements that are fully confirmed by the research instead?
Yes, our survey also turned up many confirmations. The most important one is the lack of awareness of product categories and brands. Gen Z has a very low exposure to traditional media such as TV and newspaper. So the usual contribution of passive brand learning is completely missing here. And Gen Z is highly exposed to digital media, which, according to the logic of the web, tend to repropose content that has previously attracted attention. In the long run, this ends up building very strong vertical knowledge, but no cross-cutting knowledge. Many of them are faced with even important consumer choices without opinion or knowledge, and their only option is learning by choosing, as this table shows clearly.
This is a good point, but what does it mean practically?
This means that when they start purchasing, in their eyes, all brands have the same opportunity, until they are able to perceive the differences. This is a great opportunity for outsider brands and a great risk for the main ones. They are still far from the brands, but this survey has focused when, how, and what to write in their blank sheet to engage them. As mentioned, we wanted to have a strategic vision, but also, and above all, to collect insights that companies could translate into concrete actions. And this is what we did. The final report is available with a general picture on many fundamental topics, the comparison with other generations, and the in-depth sections on car, bikes, bank, fast-moving consumer goods and coffee.